This is Michael B. of Seeking Higher Truth, throwing my hat in the ring on FaceTime Friday at the tool shed. What I want to talk about is Kim Davis being thrown in jail for her beliefs and not handing out same-sex marriage license. Now, I've seen people on the tool shed and on other threads quote the 14th Amendment and the equal rights protection this, equal rights protection that. Well, let me explain something to you. The majority opinion, which, by the way, was 5-4, not 9-0, 5-4. In other words, one vote changed the landscape of this country. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But the court affirmed that the fundamental rights found in the 14th Amendment's Due Process Clause extend to certain, and listen up, personal choices central to individual dignity and autonomy, including intimate choices that define personal identity and beliefs. But the identification and protection of these fundamental rights has not been reduced to any formula. What that says to me is that Kim Davis has the right to her personal identity and beliefs, and she has autonomy to exercise that. In my opinion, the court has created a stalemate. Because I don't see anywhere in that majority opinion that elected officials, government employees, pastors, bakeries, or florists are excluded from their autonomy, from exercising their identity and beliefs. Kim Davis finds herself to be a Christian and believes that God's law supersedes man's law, and that marriage as defined by God is between man and woman, and according to the majority opinion, she has the right and the autonomy to exercise her beliefs and her opinions. So I feel that if the people of Kentucky don't like it, since she's an elected official, vote her out when her time comes. But to jail her is egregious. And once again, the government is picking winners and losers. And you know why they can do that? Because you, the people, do that. I've seen on Facebook for a long time now that people gravitate to their agendas. They have no problem when government supports their agenda. The government and the courts cherry pick because you, the people, cherry pick. The government that we see today is exactly that. By, of, and for the people. Because their decisions are predicated on your thoughts and opinions. And what this country has come down to now is that a certain sect, a certain part of this country, has to decide to either abandon their personal beliefs, allegedly protected by the First and 14th Amendments, or go to jail, or quit their jobs, or abandon their posts. And I ask you, the people, is this really a country that you want to live in? Where not just 5 lawyers decide the landscape of this country, but one vote. One vote can put thousands of people in jail or out of work because they decide to live by their conscience and their beliefs that I feel, in this opinion, by the court, so they have the individual dignity and autonomy, which includes intimate choices that define personal identity and beliefs. Kim Davis and fellow Christians, not even Christians, people that feel a certain way, their identity, it's been granted to all Americans. However, the courts are picking and choosing whose autonomy is protected and whose isn't. Is this truly what we want to leave behind to our children? That one vote can decide the direction of this country. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a slippery slope. This is a dangerous cliffhanger. And I want to point out in closing to you people that are in favor of all of this, just remember this. What's 5-4 today may not be 5-4 tomorrow. And by we the people standing silent on this 14th Amendment, this gives the federal government, this gives one entity to decide how you live. That, my friends, is not a representative republic. No. That is the ultimate definition of tyranny. This is Michael B., always seeking higher truth.